shooting her bow some, and she's back in the tree here tonight. It's September the 19th. We've had a couple nice 8-pointers showing up on this spot and then a different one. And we know that there's a 10-point here in the area, so we're hoping he may show up tonight. We finally had to wait for a south wind, and this is the first south we've had after a bunch of north. So we're gonna see what happens tonight. The movement was slow on the cameras last night, so maybe tonight will be the night they get up and move.
Well, with the shot not being exactly where Brandi had hoped for, her spirits was pretty much in the dumps. And we were trying to stay upbeat and positive because we knew it was a dead deer. Now it's just a matter of backing out and making a smart decision and making a game plan for recovering him. We ended up going back and meeting up with all our friends at the house and put it on the big screen where we could watch through and kind of get an idea of what we needed to do later. And after running it through deer cast and everywhere else you would read, they would say on a liver hit deer, 6 to 7 hours, and you ought to go back in there and put your hands on him. So we decided about midnight, we would go back in and just see what kind of blood we had. And once we got back in there, we went probably 100 yards or so and had great blood, and we'd found our arrow. So we decided to keep pressing. But unfortunately, we had a turn after another 75 yards or so and ended up bumping him. But the kicker to this whole ordeal is there's a river system that runs down the back of the farm, and that is the direction he was headed. And after another 80 to 100 yards after we bumped him, we were at pretty much a standstill where he had dropped off in the river. But we ended up putting the cameras and everything down and turned priority number 1 into finding him. And with no luck that night, we went back the next day and still no luck gridding or anything. And on the 3rd day, we found a spot we could get the boat in. And we ended up running up the river, and sure enough, about 150 yards down from where we had last stopped, he ended up on the bank, and he was floated up into a log jam, which was pretty crazy. Unfortunately, we did lose the meat and stuff, which happens sometimes, but it was still great for her to get some closure and be able to put her hands on him. It was definitely a cool one to share. Unfortunately, I didn't do a whole lot of filming. Like I said, her biggest bow buck, priority number 1 was trying to recover him, but it's still too cool of a story not to share with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it.